The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. On the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb early in the morning, while it was still dark, and saw the stone removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter and to the other disciples whom Jesus loved, and told them, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we don't know where they put him." Mary stayed outside the tomb weeping, and as she wept, she bent over into the tomb and saw two angels in white sitting there, one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Jesus had been. And they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" And she said to them, "They have taken my Lord, and I don't know where they have laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus there, but did not know it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" She thought it was the gardener and said to him, "Sir, if you carried him away, tell me where you laid him, and I will take him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Stop holding on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and tell them, I am going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and then reported what he told her. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord. In the entire 2,000 years since the time of Jesus, probably nobody has fired up the Christian imagination the way that Mary Magdalene has. Certainly we've got the fanciful but still foul-smelling garbage of Dan Brown and his ilk, creating all kinds of relationships between Jesus and Mary Magdalene. It's rather interesting, however, that in the early church, one of the early traditions that developed was that Mary Magdalene was the fiancée of John the Evangelist, and that John took Mary Magdalene along with Mary, the mother of Jesus, to Ephesus with him. And be that as it may, the other tradition in the West had it that Mary Magdalene was actually also Mary of Bethany, as well as the anonymous woman who anointed the feet of Jesus. They were all the same person. And after the resurrection of Jesus, they all three were put together in a boat and without oars or sails or anything, and just cast off into the sea, and they miraculously appeared in southern France and evangelized there. So we've got very early in the church two diametrically opposed traditions about Mary Magdalene, each one having a deeply imaginative basis and character to it. So, as I say, she has really fired up the imagination of everybody. But what do we really know about her? Not much, except that she was named as one of the followers of Jesus, and in Luke's Gospel was identified as a woman out of whom Jesus cast 7 demons. Of course, you say that, and immediately the tabloid news goes off. The tabloid speculations. What did that mean, the 7 demons? Was she, whatever. The other thing that is for sure in the Gospels is that she was at the foot of the cross, and in John's Gospel, she was the one to whom Jesus first appeared in the morning of his resurrection. And I think that that is the handle that we really need to hang on to. She is the one who loved deeply enough that her heart was totally restless until she could embrace the object of her love, Jesus. And Jesus responded, Jesus reciprocated to that by revealing himself to her. But, and I think this is key, he would not allow her to simply enjoy him. No, when he revealed himself, he sent her on a mission. And that mission was a very difficult one. Tell the brothers about this. Now, we all know that men tend not to believe women, even though women are probably more trustworthy than men. And Jesus had to have a little something of a smile on his face when he entrusted that mission to her, because they believed her only because, well, Peter and John had also brought the story of the empty tomb. Contrast this with Thomas, the apostle, who would not believe until he had the proof. That there was a difference, I think, between Thomas's rational faith, which is an important thing, and Mary's faith that is based on love. And I think it's good for us to really realize that in Mary Magdalene we've got kind of a dialogue between love and faith. And the beauty of love, as we saw in the first reading, is that love seeks out the beloved, relentlessly searches for the beloved, and does not rest until the beloved is found. And I think that is the thing that Jesus rewards. Jesus in us rewards fidelity in our continuing to love and to search